do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Line 36. Exit. Check 26.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Carson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Zebra. Get ready. Watch 36 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. He's coming. Go. He's coming. Double up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Back. Jim. 12.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Look for signal. Check. 53's mine. Check. Reload. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Sack, baby.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Alert. Check.
Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Third and long. It's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Myers, the AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago. He was 6 out of 7 from 50-plus last year, and he converts another one here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. This one complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch the eye. Check three. Under 10.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Wentz now to throw. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This is Grant. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Wentz going to throw. Here as he's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Watch safety. Hey, alert. Safety screaming.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
They can't stop the franchise.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
All day. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
On 3rd down, Penny. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On 1st down, it's Grant. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Grant. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The tackle there by Crayvon LeBlanc.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What? 380. Okay. 65. Say. Cut.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
14, find it. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
The Eagles take over.
Let's go,
first and
baby.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Grant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again, it's Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Line 36. Line 12. Here we go. Check. Cross. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives him a chance to get some points up on the board.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go. Back. Straight back. Tight. Outside. Solid.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Right there. Hey, Haywood. 54 Mike. Here we go, G. Mike.
Now Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. 11 yards there, first down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Sunday. Hey, exit. Here we go, Jesus.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Go, 4 down.
Go. Slam. Go.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
19.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that play was run exactly as it was drawn up. He followed his blockers all the way into the end zone. Good vision by the runner behind terrific blocking.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
What? 280. 56 is the mic. We ain't giving up nothing. Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Check 31. Check 31. One left. Nice.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 27 yards there, a first down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike's 56. Bring it. Bring it.
To throw again is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Let's get it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'll go special.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's caught by Penny as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Line 90.
Line 36.
Hey, alert.
Both together. Under crush, under.
40.
He's checking. Crash. Whip.
Check.
Watch the whip.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, throw left side complete. That's Mack.
Wilson's pass
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And Jennings has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Wilson escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Come on.
14.
SOS. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Kill. Turn it up. Kill, turn up.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, check 24.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
So 14. Fair. 12.
Bang. Mike 36.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. To throw again on second down. Wentz looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
You better be afraid of me. Check. Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Tight end's right. Hey, four down.
Friday.
Back. Jam him.
Look left.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
No pass.
I'm coming. Switch.
Listen.
Check 50. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd and goal, Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Kill. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got him. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Check.
On first down, it's Grant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run with Pumphrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down, Philadelphia.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. From midfield, here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. High throw, but the catch is made. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.